Hi there, just come in from the evening's entertainment. You may have seen this dress before. I can't remember if I put it in another video. If I have, it'd be a long time ago. But anyway, this is what I've been wearing tonight, so this is what you got. So, let's take my bag off. Go. I did have earrings on earlier on as well, but they were pinching a bit towards them, so I took them off and put them back on again for now. So, anyway, it's a new gold belt, my usual watch and bracelet and chunky necklace, but these new, a little brooch there. For those outside the UK, you might not know what one of these is. It's not a porcupine, it's a hedgehog. I happen to like hedgehogs, so as did my mum. So that's little hedgehog. He's had an evening out as well, and I think he was quite well entertained. So I'll just give you a quick further twirl, and I'll reposition the camera. So yes, that was pleasant evening's entertainment. We had the married couple duo, they are married couple, they are husband and wife, Eclipse on again this evening, both before and after the bingo. And this time I actually did the bingo and I got within one number twice. And I still lost out with somebody. Expensive bingo that as well actually, I think, but however, I don't know how much bingo is in various places these days, because I think that's the first time I've ever played it in my life. So I can't really comment whether it is or it isn't. We'll just leave it at that. But there you go, one number on two occasions. Drat. Oh well, you can't win. Oh yes, I've got my ring on as well, which I usually have. So yeah, so they were as good as they were the other night. Very good. He's a good, I'll have to say a keyboard player, but it's one of these keyboards that you have around your neck and hold like the guitar. So I don't know if they have guitars, I don't know what you call them, I don't know. But anyway, he used one of those instead of a. So there you go. But he's a good player. He's a good player. He's not got as good a voice as she has, his wife, but she's very good on the vocals. She's not on the tambourine either. She didn't use the tambourine the other night, but she did tonight, occasionally. So they were very good. And then we had our Elvis impersonator, and he was very good too. Yes, I've forgotten his full name now. I will have to look it up and put it in as a caption. So it'll appear somewhere down here probably. Mark somebody or other. And yes, he looked the part and he sang the part. He was very good indeed. He did a couple of non-Elvis songs, granted, but most of it was out of Elvis's normal repertoire. I think there was only one that I didn't totally recognise until he got quite a way into it, and then I realised I think I've only heard it on the radio a couple of times before, so it's not one I was very familiar with, but I did recognise it in the end, and he sang it perfectly well. He was coming down into the audience and onto the dance floor, and he was giving everybody. He must have a supply of them or whatever back in his garage or something, because he was draping thin scarves that he had. He'd go back up on stage, get himself another scarf, put it round his neck, muck about with it, come down off the stage and give it to somebody else. Obviously a thing of his. And fair not, probably cost about 10p each or something, I don't know. But yeah, he was good. So there we are. nice evening's entertainment. He was on for about an hour. But yeah, very good. So there we are, that's this evening. Tomorrow night will be the last night that I'm going to be here. Tonight is the last of the Icons evenings. Tomorrow night, which is Friday, and Saturday and Sunday is all 90s. And there's an entertainer on tomorrow night, but I don't think she's doing any body in particular. So I assume she'll just be doing various 90s songs, I don't know. The Saturday is tribute to the Spice Girls, so presumably they've got a group doing Spice Girls songs. And Sunday, I think, is labelled as Neon 90s or something. So God knows what that'll be. But it doesn't matter, because I won't be here. So, because the one thing I have to say, I have said, I don't think this setup is quite right for me. One thing that isn't right for me, and other people have said the same thing, unfortunately, is the beds are rock hard. You've got one pillow only, which has got as much give in it as, well, one of Elvis's thin shawls tonight, quite frankly. And there's no chair in the room, or dressing table, of any description. So I brought my laptop with me to work on editing the videos and on the book I'm writing. I've done that as much as possible on the bed, but it's not been comfortable, and I have a bad back, so it's not been good. There is a lounge, which I did take it through into today, where there were far more comfortable chairs. But unfortunately, the lounge was also in use by somebody playing poker with their friends, which is fair enough. And they decided to take the table right next to me. They had the whole of the rest of the lounge, just about, but they wanted to take the table right next to me. Right, fine. Okay. That's up to them. And also the opposite door from the lounge, the one door you come into, and then there's another door on the opposite side of the room, which leads directly to the outside. It was wide open, and workmen were using it because they were actually fitting stuff together in the lounge. So the lounge wasn't off limits, but it was sort of like quite noisy. It wasn't really a quiet area or anything because of both things going on. So I managed for about an hour and a half, of which about half that time was both workmen and poker table. And I thought, no, I'm going to have to come away. So I just came back here and tried to get a bit of rest on this plumbing. I mean, I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't, because it's unfortunately below the lip of the camera. But literally, this bed is not moving. And as you probably guessed, I am no lightweight. I weigh over 18 stone, and I'm hardly making a dent in it. I might as well be on and other people have said this as well, who weigh less than me. And also about the chairs, because even the chairs in the main area there, they're not bad, but I've seen those chairs before. Those chairs were here when I was originally here in 1999 for a TV and film convention. They've been reupholstered, but they're the same basic chairs they were 25 years ago. So, they're no more comfortable after 4 hours sitting there watching the shows and whatnot than they were then. So my back is basically saying, I want to go home. It's probably actually more comfortable in my car. But there you go. So, there'll be one more video, and that'll be tomorrow night, whatever I end up wearing for the 90s. I have 3 or 4 possibles. I haven't decided which one I specifically did for the 90s, thinking it was a themed night where we were all dressed up for the 90s. like it thought that for idols, which then turned out to be icons, which then didn't turn out to be. We were all dressing up for it, so I'll see. It's a costume based on one that Rachel in Friends wore. I thought, well, Friends in a 90s comedy. If I get a look that seems to be typical of Rachel, fine, I'll wear that. So I've got something that's sort of like one of those. It's from the episode where she loses Marcel the rat, if anybody knows that episode. Yeah, you can probably look it up. And I'll probably, if I use that one, I'll put a picture of said episode up so you can see. But we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to wear that yet. It might be one of the other things. So, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.